The kickoff event for this year's Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup was held at Iona Beach Regional Park, attracting close to 300 volunteers.
I think it's those VHS tape or cassette tapes.
It's the 20th anniversary of this event, which started in Vancouver and has now spread nationwide.
The Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup is a conservation initiative of the Vancouver Aquarium and World Wildlife Fund. And what we do is we engage Canadians all across the country to get out during the third week in September and clean up their local shoreline.
Plastic pieces again?
This year we have over 40,000 people this fall taking part in cleanups, and over our 20-year history we've had over 300,000 people participate in the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup.
The event attracts a huge variety of people.
Here.
Everyone from families with kids to people who
Okay,
work at the
more.
airport or at Loblaws Superstore, companies that are both involved in the event as sponsors.
This is a way of engaging our community, contributing to the community, and helping the people of YVR have a place to come out and volunteer and clean up our beaches.
Dirty dish rag of some sort? I don't know.
We hear a lot about environmental issues on the news, and it's often, I think, people are left with a feeling of, I don't really know what to do about it. But the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup gives them something tangible they can do. They can come out, volunteer their morning or their afternoon, pick up litter off of the shoreline, and they really have made a difference, and I think they just leave with that feeling.
I feel good because I help the environment clean, and also the other endangered species, we can help them, to live well also. So we need to help each and everyone to protect our environment also, yeah.
At Iona Beach, the vast majority of shoreline garbage is styrofoam, likely related to maritime activities, but that's not usually the case.
Every year we come up with what we call our Dirty Dozen list, and that's the top 12 most common items collected on shorelines. And we see the same trends every year. It's things like cigarette butts, plastic bags, food wrappers, beverage bottles, food containers. And what this tells us is that the majority of shoreline litter actually comes from recreational activities.
Cigarette butts are always at the top of the list.
Most people think that they're biodegradable, and I think that's why people still feel it's okay to throw them down. But filter is actually made of plastic, and this year we're actually partnering with TerraCycle, which is a group that recycles the unrecyclable, and we're sending them our cigarette butts and they're turning them into plastic pallets.
BC's Minister of the Environment is on hand with a simple message.
The cleanup is great, but we need to prevent this from happening in the first place and have people thinking about every time they toss something away, every time they litter, it has an impact on our waterways and our oceans, and they have the power to stop it.
By the end of the day, volunteers had collected almost 500 kilos of waste from the Iona Beach shoreline, and that's just one of the more than 600 beaches registered for this year's shoreline cleanup.